It's time for an updated room video. Hey guys, me your host SuperSorrell, thank you very much for tuning in. So today is the updated room tour, guys. It's finally time to peek behind this door and see what work has been done in my room. As you guys saw from the intro, we had quite a lot of work done. A lot of new shelving's been put up so I can finally display my collection properly. So, let's do this. Let's open. Oh yeah! Let's get inside. So guys, as we open the door, this is what you can see nowadays. Still got some stacker boxes going on because I can't quite fit everything on display, but I'm working at it. So, my desk is no longer in that back corner where it usually is. I've now flipped the room on its side, and my desk is now over here. So this is where all the magic happens, and SuperSorrell creates his works of masterpieces. And then above there, I've now got the stuff that was all the way around the room is now on this back shelf. And I've got 3 little shelves there for all my pops and statues, which is now full. So from there, like I said, I've got my computer, my Xbox and everything set up on there. So this is my desk and stuff. Got my little step ladder, so I'm short and I can't reach. But underneath the shelving unit, I've got my stacker boxes. So the top one is the accessories. And then these are just 3 boxes now of mixed assorted figures. I've no longer got them assorted to Marvel, Star Wars, DC, whatever. It's just a bunch of assorted figures. Then I have these little white ones, which are just, which this one is basically for stuff like, I've got my heads and things there for when I want to customize or when I'm doing photo shoots and things. I've got all the heads of the figures and all the hands and things. Then I've got diorama pieces, well, anything that I can create for effects and things like that. Some other basic accessories that don't fit in the big box. And then we start with the figures, so that was the all horror. Then we've got the DC stuff. All these are still to be reviewed. That's why they're still in pack. That's why they're still in here. So like all these have got the DC stuff to be reviewed. There's some old DC stuff. So that's McFarlane in the top one, basically. Like that's McFarlane DC. That's the old DC collectibles. All my Power Ranger stuff, but I have got them on display. And the bottom's just full of Alien and Predator that I've still got to review. Then I've got my little diorama. I've got some ideas for these top shelving, what I'm going to put on them. So I will fill them eventually. And then in that top shelf over here, there's all my Marvel Legends. Full of Marvel here. And then we've got some NECA and some more other stuff. And then my collection of Lego minifigures, because I do like doing Lego photography as well. And then on the bottom shelf on that bottom one's just full of fodder, so all broken figures and things like that I can use for customizing. Then I've got the back shelving unit, which we'll go over in a minute, which has all my Disney and Infinity stuff. So I love all the toy box things. That's just full of toy box and assorted Disney. Then I've got my Beast Kingdom. Love my Beast Kingdom stuff. Then I've got the Brotherhood of Mutants down here. And then, a bit of a mixture of the Marvel horror stuff, but as you can see, there's Shiklas in there. You've got you've got Blade on his bike. You've also got Ghost Rider, the Wolfman, or Wolf by Night. Then you've got Morbius. You've got my customized version of Punisher, because it's very similar to like a Franken Castle, so I thought I'd put him in there. Which was based on Frankenstein, which is also back there. Man-Thing's in there, and Dracula and Shikla. in the coffin. Then as we come up top, I've got my Sentinels. Then I've got all the bike stuff. So there's the Ghost Rider. Then I've got Black Widow on a bike. This bike's from the Toy Box series, but it does fit a Marvel Legends figure perfectly. I've gone ahead and put the exclusive Black Widow on there. It does make noise. Yes, that's that. And then I've got Deadpool pushing the trolley. I thought that was quite funny, and it's just full of rubbish and random stuff. Then we've got Stan the Man. Of course, we need Stan on display. Then I've got Squirrel Girl. She stopped to help some fellow squirrels. Deadpool's obviously stolen one of her squirrels while she's not looking and shoved the Deadpool mask on it in pure Deadpool style. Then I've gone ahead and added the Chris Evans face to my World War II cap on bike because I do like that look. And I just think that looks cool, obviously like an MCU World War II cap. I think everyone's done this at this point, but yeah, we've got the Apocalypse on the Hulk bath, and it looks funny as hell having Apocalypse in a suit. I wanted to put Thanos in a suit, but Thanos didn't look as funny, and I love that face on that figure. It just looks so funny. Then I've got the Disney Infinity car for Spider-Man. I turned off underneath, but yeah, I've got Deadpool and Spidey obviously in the Spider car because they did feature this little stupid car in some of the Deadpool Spidey comics, so I thought I'd include it here. Spider-Ham's kicking about somewhere. Oh, he's with the Spider-Man collection. And then I've got the speeder bike. I've still got to put up a few things on here, like I'll be putting the when I finally get the Luke Wampa stuff, I'll be getting that here, and I'll probably hang Luke upside down next to the Wonka underneath the Wampa underneath the shelf. And I've still got my what's he got? I've got the big lizard thing from Star Wars. I always forget its name. Now let me sit down so we can get a proper good look around here. So on this side at the very top, you can see I've got my Predator collection, which just needs to be finished off now to line that up with the collection. And then then I've got DC. Then again, you can't see my fingers from it, can you? Ugh. So let's get forward. Let's go have a look. So I've got my DC stuff. So I've got Batwoman, one of my favourite multiverse figures, along with Starfire. Then we've got the very beautiful Supergirl figure. I love that one. Joker next to Batgirl, which is a bit. I wish I had a Robin for him to be next to as well, to be honest. Then I've got some of the SH Figure Arts and McFarlane stuff. Ninja Batman, Nurse Harley, and then we go into the newer stuff. Then we've got some more Watchmen, animated stuff, more Watchmen. Yeah. Love that Zatanna, by the way, she's awesome. Lobo. Yeah, love that series, and that just goes around there, and then that turns into other things. And on the bottom shelf, I've put all my symbiotes actually down here. I still need to complete my symbiote collection. I've got a few more to review yet, and then they'll be on display as well, but these are kind of all the symbiotes. I just liked having them on display as well. They're pretty fun. Then from symbiotes, we go into sort of a classic Avengers lineup. Or my interpretation of a classic Avengers lineup anyway. Wasp, Ant-Man, Hulk, Black Widow, Vision, Wanda, Cap, Iron Man, Thor, Hawkeye, Falcon, War Machine. And then we'll go into Spider-Man, so then we've got Gwen Stacy, Spider-Gwen as well there as well, with Spider-Ham, and then J. Jonah, Green Goblin, Black Cat, and Spidey, which then obviously goes into Kingpin, and then Kingpin to Daredevil, Elektra, and Bullseye, which then goes into Fantastic Four. From the Fantastic Four to Doctor Doom to Silver Surfer to Thanos to Death. From there, obviously, Guardians of the Galaxy box set, which I finally completed. I finally need to review them as a set. Then into X-Force, with Deadpool sat on the shelf side there, just looking around. Into sort of the newer X-Men with the Cuckoos and Emma Frost. Then into the New Mutants. And into classic X-Men. I do use my classic Professor X body as a Green Goblin civilian figure. So I have actually added Patrick Stewart here just for giggles. I do love Patrick Stewart. Then up there we've got Rebels. I still need to complete that off, and the Emperor there. I'll be putting some more figures in there, like, I'm tempted to put some of the Clone Wars stuff in there with the Rebels. Ghostbusters, I just need to unbox Tully and get him reviewed, and add the other Terror Dog at the other side. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie figs. Into Power Rangers. I've got the classic MMRPR lineup, I just need to get the new Black Ranger. Then I can put his gold armor back on. So I love Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and the Comics The Boom Studio stuff, so I've got them. And then that leads back into our DC lineup. At the very top we've got horror galore. Leading back into the Turtles classic lineup. Followed by some movie figs of my choice and Annabelle on the very end. And then the Sentinels just patrolling my room. And then down there I've got the Dark Saber in the corner in case I get any robbers. So guys, what do you think of my new room? I'm pretty happy with it. So when I now review, let me turn this camera around. When I now review, this should be the angle you guys see from this corner outwards. That's a nice setup right there. I think that looks a lot nicer on camera than what I had before. I just need to light them up or something. I might get some lighting, I'm not sure yet. But yeah, once I get the phone in the holder, it should look pretty nice. But guys, what are your thoughts on my room? Let me know in the comments down below. My collection is finally on display. You guys have said for so long, SuperSorrell, you need to get that displayed. So I've gone ahead and done it. It took a while. My room had to be gutted. We had to have a new flooring put in because I got a bit of wood rot and stuff in my room. But I've sorted it and everything's back to normal. And I'm back on a recording schedule. So videos are going to be brand new and upcoming all this week. But guys, thank you very much for watching. As always, I'm your host, SuperSorrell, and I'll see you in the next video. May the Force be with you.